Welcome back, everybody. Eric here with another Iwi movie review. Today we're going to be talking about Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. This is a spoiler-free review. We're going to be talking about this movie. I'm just going to call it Glass Onion because I'm not doing the full title again. Alright, so this is another one of my reviews. Please like and subscribe. Please let me know what you guys want me to review next. I have a few ideas, but kind of want to hear from you guys what you guys want me to do. So, thanks for that. Alright, so this movie originally released, I want to say back in September at some film festival, probably Toronto, but it came out in theaters back in November 23rd, 2022. That's like a 1-week sneak preview. That's when I actually saw the movie, and it just came to Netflix on December 23rd, 2022. So if you want to watch it, it's now on Netflix. You don't have an excuse of not going out to the theaters to watch it. Alright, after that, so talking now about the cast. This movie actually has Daniel Craig as, I want to say, the only returning person from Knives Out, as Benoit Blanc. He's a lot of fun in this movie. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Edward Norton's in this, Janelle Monáe, Catherine Hahn, Leslie Odom Jr., Kate Hudson, and Dave Bautista. That's like the main cast for this movie. There's also some other people. That's the main people for this. The runtime is 139 minutes, so thank God not as long as Avatar 2. A little bit long, but it doesn't feel too bad during the movie. I don't think I actually looked at my clock at all during the movie, which I did during Avatar 2. And I want to say it was another long movie I also did it for. Alright, the plot. So I can't give away too much. This is spoiler free, so I'm not going to give out too much, but here's the basic idea. A rich CEO, played by Ed Norton, ends up contacting his best friends to come over for a game. So it's elaborate how he even asked them to come over, but I'm not going to go into that. However, once they get there, the idea is that they're going to play a game of who killed him. So he's going to play a game with them over the entire, like, it's supposed to be a weekend that they're out there. I guess they haven't seen each other in a little bit, and they're going to play who killed them. And it's really cool because he's not really dead, but they're just playing the game. So I found that interesting. And then what ends up happening is there actually is a murder that happens. And then the entire movie revolves around everything around that murder and trying to figure out what happened, what didn't happen. It's a really good plot. I actually really enjoyed it. Again, I don't want to give away too much, but one thing they do similar to the first movie, if you watch that one, Knives Out, they go back and they use like some flashbacks a lot of times. This movie does use flashbacks, but they use it in a very different way. They eventually get to a point where like the movie's told from the past, because we don't have that information, and they tell us through flashbacks. I actually really like the way it was used here. It was very interesting. I don't usually like movies that do stuff like that, similar to if you ever watched The Eternals. That movie kept doing it where part of it's in like the future and then like in the past, and it was like weaving like this. This movie, it's more, all right, we're gonna do a little bit in the past and then like this, and then we just finish off in the future, similar like that. But it was a great story. I really enjoyed it. There really isn't much that really disappoints in this movie. The cast is great. I really enjoy, like, Dave Bautista. I love when he gets into his I'm just a badass, I'm gonna do all this stuff roles, and he just goes into it, and I just loved it. Catherine Hahn, if you watched WandaVision and you like her wacky antics, they're in this movie as well. She's just a great actress. I'm glad she's finally getting the recognition she deserves. Let me see who else. Ed Norton. There's stuff about his character that I hope you guys catch early in this movie, because I did, and I was just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? There's just little things he does that it was very interesting. Like, I'm gotta say, I really enjoyed him in this movie. I don't see him enough anymore ever since he is no longer Bruce Banner, but that was like a long time ago. Kate Hudson goes into her role just trying to be like the character she's supposed to portray. She does a great job. I think everyone did a great job of playing their part in this movie. And the whole idea of trying to figure out who committed the real murder is the whole thing of the whole plot. And the entire time I'm like, damn, it could be any one of them. They all kind of seem like they have motive to kill. And, I will say, I did figure out before they said it, but I gotta admit, even I was like, am I right or am I wrong? Because it could be this person. But like, these murder mystery movies can be cool if you know what you're doing. And Knives Out knew what they were doing, and this movie as well. I don't like Rian Johnson touching Star Wars because he kind of ruined Luke Skywalker, but his own original stuff damn, I love his stuff. He's really good director. Like I said, just keep him away from Star Wars. So going back to, like, you can already tell, I really enjoyed this movie. So before I actually give the score, I actually realized that I have not actually said how I actually do this scoring. So, I mean, what the numbers represent. Usually, like, I have, like, okay, is this a great movie? Is this good? So what it is, if I give a movie a 10, that means it's a masterpiece. I went off the IGN scale because I think it's a really good scale. 9 means amazing, 8 means great, 7 means good, 6 means okay, 5 means mediocre, 4 means bad, 3 means awful, 2 means painful, 1 means unbearable. What I might try to do is do some retro reviews and try to get you like one of each so you can kind of tell what everything is. I do have one that's unbearable. I think it's called Vamp Shark or something. It's like some vampire shark movie. If you get a chance, please check out a trailer for that. You will see just from the trailer that it's a 1. All right, but another thing of why this movie, I don't think I actually said the score. This movie to me is a 9. It is amazing. I was invested from the get-go. Like I said, I didn't even check my clock or my watch or anything. I was just like, no, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. And I was satisfied with the ending. I was satisfied with the entire movie. Some might be asking, well, if you're satisfied, why don't you give it a 10? A 10 is something very special. I feel like it's very hard to give something a 10, especially in movies. I want to say there's maybe a handful of movies I would call it 10. Off the top of my head, The Dark Knight is probably a 10. The first Godfather is a 10. Yeah, so a 10 is really hard to attain. But a 9, I feel like it's not the hardest thing in the world to be amazing. You just have to be solid with everything, and you got to keep the person invested. But I really enjoyed this movie. Once I got out of the theater, because I saw it in theaters, I just wanted to watch it again. So, if you're asking, do I recommend it? Yes, I highly recommend it. It's PG-13, so if you have kids, I'll honestly say, if they're under 13, I'm not sure if they're really going to understand the story. It's not a complex story, but there might be some stuff that goes over kids' heads. And it might go over some adults' heads, because I know there was some parts of like the dialogue where someone might have been, they completely are oblivious to what's happening. But the movie kind of tells you through the dialogue a lot of times what's going on, especially with some of these characters who they're making you think one thing about them, but they're really not that. And they kind of give it away, but you have to catch it. So that was something really cool. I really enjoyed that. So like I said, I recommend you watch it. Again, 9 out of 10. Please watch it on Netflix. You don't have to go anywhere. It's hopefully I put this out during the holidays. I'm recording this the day before Christmas Eve, so I'll try to get this out soon. But please watch it. It's an amazing movie. Yeah, that's all I can say about it. My next review is probably going to be for the Wednesday show on Netflix. I've already written the script for that and actually seen to record it. I just don't know the order in which I'm putting things out just yet. I also want to do a review for The Whale, the new Brendan Fraser? I think it's Brendan Fraser. His new movie. I want to go watch that. I'll try and do a review for that as well. But yeah, please let me know what you guys want me to review. I'm really trying to get some insight from the community, trying to see what you guys want to see. And please like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon with the next review. Like I said, it's going to be Wednesday. The show, the one of the Addams Family. It's going to be out hopefully soon. All right, guys. It was great watching this movie. I hope you guys enjoy it. Talk to you soon.